Previously on Fate Stay Night.
Otherwise, there's no way a soul could be recreated and actualized.
A recreation of a soul.
Are you just like, do you like repeating the things that I say, Shirou, in the form of a question? Yes, that's what I fucking said! God damn it! Don't make me pull Archer out to fucking just stab you with his many swords.
I thought he was an archer. Shut up! And now back to that hell I'm walking into.
Hell!
NicoB! Back with some more Fate Stay Night. When we last left off, Shirou's acquired the power of a servant. That is Saber, this cute blonde night girl, who's, oh my god, she's gonna kill my other waifu over here. He orders her to stop. And Rin is surprisingly chill about it, despite having almost died. But realizing that Shirou is now a part of this Holy Grail War, whether he likes to or not, she decides she's going to explain it all to him. How 7 masters and servants must duke it out in order to acquire the Holy Grail and fulfill their ultimate wish. But Shirou's like, nah, fuck that business, bitch. I don't want anything to do with this. Now get out of my house. And she's like, fine.
If you want to take it from me, come listen to this other guy.
So then they walk over to a church and they talk with the overseer, a man by the name of Kirei, a rather shrewd individual that seems to have a unusual relationship with Rin as her not dad. And he explains that, no, really, you were kind of in this shit, bro. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, blast all your command spells away in order to free yourself from the game. And when given the choice of whether to join part of it or foolishly blast all my command spells, I go, yeah, sure, dude. Fuck this game. I don't give a shit about this plot. So we blast our command spells and Saber's like,
you realize I'm gonna have to kill you, right?
And we're like, yeah. And she's like,
you know, I don't even feel like it.
and she walks away. Well, I guess we got out scot-free. This is clearly the true path of the, oh God, oh God, oh my God, this child hit me so hard. My legs are bent backwards, oh my God. She just keeps smashing me. Why am I not dead? Why?
I'm gonna play with you even more back at my place.
Seriously, why the fuck won't I die? Oh my God.
We're gonna have a good time on this side.
Best ending acquired. Yay! Damn. Well, all right. I guess I've learned something from that route, and I've learned potentially early, that that little girl character, whoever the fuck she is insane. So it's unsurprising that she has the berserker servant, right? But fortunately, it seemed like the most that I could get from that bad ending, and there was nothing else for me to see. As you guys pretty much clarified in all the comments, everyone was just like, Nico, you saw everything you needed to see there. We are so happy and proud that you didn't see anything else from that freaking... do you love it when like you do something and then everybody in the comments, like everybody, like 80% of the comments are just telling you, no! It's like... Okay, I'm sorry. I thought the Tiger Dojo thing was it said it was a hint system, and I'm like, well, no, I don't want to get like spoiled or something or have it spoil parts of the story. And it's like, you know, if you don't want to be privy to events or something, you know, well, then you may want to skip this. And I'm like, okay, I probably should skip it. But apparently it's supposed to be sort of humorous. It's not really meant to be taken that seriously. Apparently there is something that unlocks if you see all of the bad endings though. And apparently that thing is meant to be seen after you get the main true ending to the game. But other than that, everything else is generally non-spoilery. I mean, I guess to be fair, there's not really a whole lot of choice. I mean, if it was like gonna spoil it, you have to do the other route. But I guess I was just worried that it was gonna spoil like plot details or something for me. I don't know, the way it sort of phrased it just it was a little weird. I only take, you know, guides and stuff in instances like trails where I, you know, it's very easy to miss things. But in this one, it was like, it shouldn't be that bad. So the way it said it, I was just like, okay, well, I probably don't want to deal with that if it's like meant to be potentially spoilery, but it's not. So, all right, I heard you, all 80% of you. Jesus. You know, guys, you could just look at the comments. Just like before you come down there and say that, you could just like scroll down the comments to see if there's already like 20 other comments that all have been highly upvoted before also making your comment about the same fucking thing. And you know what? One person who put that really well was Dreckle684, who last episode said, Nico, oh no, small child and berserker are going to roll us. I hear boss music. Turns out it's actually the comments for skipping Tiger Dojo. Fuck. I'm sorry, okay? Jesus. You guys didn't warn me there was a thing that I had to worry about there. I didn't realize that was the purpose of the bad endings. I thought the bad endings purpose was to get information from, like, that you wouldn't get normally. Like, in the actual story bits, not just the whatever the hell this is. Or maybe it's both. I don't know. Either way, we're gonna look at it. Relax. But Dreckle, thank you so much for your very accurate comment about my comment section anytime I fucked up. And it's the reason you are comment of the day. By the way, you guys did also say the voice actor behind Kirei, the priest guy, is not Aizen. However, it is a very renowned voice actor. He's the guy who does Saul Bad Guy's voice. He does Sojiro from Persona 5. And also Gileath Osborne from Trails. Hey, cool. Very cool. Also, apparently he's a real nerd for this character. Like, he really loves Kirei. Like, even all these years after voicing him, he has like, I don't know, it's like apparently like one of his favorite characters that he's ever voiced, which is pretty neat. He's an interesting dude. Like, I mean, I am sort of like a bit captivated by him as a character so far. Like, it feels to me like he's probably got a lot more going on than simply just watching over this game. I don't know. Maybe some additional motivations. Not to mention his relationship with Ren seems interesting, to say the least. But anyway, all right, let's go see the thing. So I was curious. I was like, I thought like maybe this ending would be in here, but I think that, yeah, so these must be like the regular endings, of which there are 5. And I'm assuming maybe the way this works is maybe that there's like 2 endings for 2 of the routes, and then the final route has like 1 ending, maybe? And then that means there are 40 fucking bad endings? Holy shit. Wow, that's a lot of bad endings. Also, look guys, to the right. On the meat bone. Meet the bone on. Can never escape it. It follows me wherever I go. Okay, just click this. What the fuck?
Hello, is everyone doing good? Good players should only play an hour of games per day. Anyway, this is Tiger Dojo, your helpful segment that deals punching blows to those who die pathetically, while also solving all your problems just like that.
What the fuck? Oh my gosh, she's drawn all goofy too.
Anyway, this whole segment does seem to be do a complete 180 from the rest of the game, so what's the point? Answer to level number 1.
What the hell? What the hell? You're spoiling her name, by the way. I didn't know you were yet. You guys said this wasn't gonna have any spoilers. You lied to me. Also, why is she like half naked? She's like got on like, she's got on like a school swimsuit and a shirt over or something. What the fuck?
Yes.
Also, this thing, I'm assuming this must be the first bad ending you can probably get in the game since it was the first badge.
Yes, man. The dojo is a behind-the-scenes segment to help out the dimwit Shirou. That means that this is the pillar that supports fate.
What the You're the one that killed me, dickhead!
Maybe no exaggeration that this is the main story of fate.
What?
Marvelous, bravo, avocado.
What?
Very good. Anyway, you may have realized this by now, but this dojo itself is fate's very core.
It is?
Don't get tricked by those fake heroines acting all high and mighty in the main story. And if you see any choice that seems even a little suspicious, don't hesitate to choose that one. Anyway, this time Shirou. Oh man, he got squished real good.
Oh god. Oh god. Yes, because of her, the one staying next to you.
Got squished real good. Who does that kind of thing? Must be a real jerk. What do you think about that, my disciple? I don't see a problem. That's clearly a cute, hip way for someone to express a twisted kind of love. Wrong! Ouch! My mistake. Anyway, this time around, Shirou met his end because he ticked off a certain heroine. Exactly. He shamelessly broke the honorable samurai spirit by showing his back to the enemy. He committed a literal seppuku, a suicide by disembowelment. So from here on, make sure you choose lots of cowardly choices. You'll have no trouble dying again. But you know, this is a Q&A segment by name, so I'm supposed to need to listen to your problems.
Am I even alive anymore? Am I even alive to be witnessing this right now? She said I was all squished.
Software number 1, what is the appropriate countermeasure for this? Ma'am, yes ma'am. You need to go back to the branching choices and choose the other one. Yep, very good. Unexpected deaths like this happen all the time. Saving right before you make a selection should be standard practice. That's it for this time. I'll see you at the next practice. Yep, see ya.
I got an achievement. Wow. Okay, well, why didn't that crazy girl murder her? Why is she listening to what she has to say? She's just a regular chick. Ah. God damn it. All that did was piss me off even more, penguins. What have you fucking demon done? Also, you were wrong. He spoiled her name to me. I didn't know who she was yet. I mean, granted, it doesn't matter that much, but it still was a spoiler, technically. All right, anyway. Let's go back. All right. Well, who would have thought getting rid of Saber and halting the entire trajectory of the story would lead to only bad things? All right, fine. I guess I'll just do the absolute least obvious thing, which is to fight in the Holy Grail War. I'm not going to run away. To be honest, all this Holy Grail War and Master stuff doesn't feel real to me. But if my only choices are to fight or run, I'll never run away. Even the priest told me that I should be prepared if I'm a mage. That's why I need to decide. Shirou Emiya is a mage, even if it's not yet a full-fledged one. I've always admired Shirou Emiya, and I decided to follow in his footsteps to be a champion of justice. So I need to. I will fight as a master. If you're telling me that the cause of the fire 10 years ago was the Holy Grail War, then I can't let something like that happen again. The priest gives me a satisfied smile, as if he likes my answer. I take a deep breath. I'm done wavering. A man has said he's going to fight. The only thing to do from now on is to move forward, head held high, so I can live up to that. Then I shall acknowledge you as Saber's master. And as of this moment, the Holy Grail War has been accepted. From here on, until one master remains, magecraft battles are permitted. Each participant shall put their full efforts into the competition in accordance with their own principles. The priest's voice echoes heavily through the chapel. The declaration is utterly meaningless. Only Tasaka and I are here to hear it anyway. He just rang a metaphorical bell to kick things off as a formality, I guess.
And that's that. Before I go home, care to answer a question, Kirei?
I don't mind. This may be the final one, so I shall try to answer as much as I can.
Then no holds barred. Since you're the overseer, you probably have information on all the other masters. I'm following the association's rules, so you should be able to disclose that to me.
Well, I'm not sure what to do. I really do want to tell you, but I actually do not know the details. What I do know is that there aren't many legitimate mages this time around. As is the case with Shirou Emiya, I only know 2 masters, or rather, with the inclusion of Shirou Emiya, I know 3. Really? Interesting. So a very healthy chunk, more than half of them haven't actually approached this guy yet. Or he just doesn't even know who they are? He just knows they're out there?
Is that so? But you at least know the order the servants were summoned in. You are the overseer.
Well, the first was Berserker. Okay, so that little girl was the first one, huh? The second was Caster. There was not much difference after that. Archer was summoned a few days back, while Saber was summoned a few hours ago.
I see. And that means...
It means the Holy Grail War has officially started. Rin, Until the Holy Grail War concludes, you are not permitted to set foot in this church. The only time you will be allowed would be...
If I lost my servant and asked for sanctuary, right? Otherwise, we'll get penalized if we seek for your help.
Okay, I see. Correct. You are likely to win, but the church would not simply ignore any marks against you. They will not hesitate to take the Holy Grail from you for whatever asinine reason. That would be the worst possible outcome for me.
You're such a freaking fraud of a priest. A man from the church siding with the Mages Association.
I simply serve God. I do not serve the church. Huh.
Listen to you. This is why you're a fraud.
Tasaka turns her back on the priest. Without saying goodbye, she makes her way toward the exit. Hey, is that okay to do, Tasaka? Isn't he your senior? Shouldn't she have a little more to say to that?
It's fine. I'm actually relieved that I can sever ties with him once and for all. You should get out of here too. You don't have any more business here.
Tasaka cuts through the chapel without stopping and leaves the church. I sigh and follow Tasaka. But then... I said something and turn around. Whoa, fuck! Right in my face! I don't know when he caught up, but the priest is right behind me, looking down at me. By the way, yeah, you guys did say that apparently this guy is like 6'3", which is, in Japan, is especially tall, right? That's a tall motherfucker. What? You got something else to say to me? I'm talking big, but I take a step back. So they really are trying to make him tower. That's why he's like, his portrait is constantly like touching the top of the screen. This priest scares the hell out of me. I don't know what it is. Maybe he just rubs me the wrong way. Whatever it is, I can't make myself like him. I'm going home if you got nothing. I head to the exit trying to escape his stare. But at that moment... Rejoice, my boy. Your wish will finally come true. The priest speaks like he's some kind of divine oracle. What the fuck? Those words, aren't they a reflection of my true feelings? Shirou Emiya's true intentions that I wasn't even aware of. What are you saying? I am sure you know already. Without an evil to fight, your wish will never be granted. Even if you don't want to admit it, a hero of justice requires a villain to defeat. How does he know so much about him? Like, seriously, how is he like, he knows all about his past, about like his intentions, his like hero of justice bullshit? Like, how does he know all this? Is he like a mind reader? Does he have a history with Shirou? Is it like, I mean, he did technically participate in the last Holy Grail War, so maybe he knew him from back then. Maybe he like saw this boy and he knew that he was going to be like a part of this in some way. Or I don't know, maybe he's got some weird magic powers that allows him to see into you or whatever. Everything around me seems to go dark. The priest says, Shirou Emiya's greatest wish and his ugliest wish are two sides of the same coin. That's right. My wish to protect something means that I'm also wishing for something to protect people from. Why, you? But I would never wish for something like that. I don't even remember ever desiring that. A wish so unstable just means that what I'm aspiring to is contradictory. Yet the priest brings it up, as if to say, good thing you have an enemy now. You needn't sugarcoat it. Your conflict is only natural for a human being. I try to shake off the priest's words and head outside. Farewell, Shirou Emiya. This will be my final warning. Be careful on your way home. The world as you know it is about to change. You will kill or be killed, for you or a master now. Wonder if I'm still gonna run to that little girl the way home. She probably is gonna be a lot less, I assume less like immediately confrontational that I still have Saber with me, right? I would think. I don't know. I mean, she's got a berserker. She just might be fucking apeshit crazy. She may not have any caution at all right? She'll just throw caution to the wind. As soon as I leave, the weight on my shoulders seems to lift. I remember the berserker guy from Face Samurai Remnant too. He was fucking absolutely insane. Big yelly man. It might be because I'm away from the priest, but it might also be because I see Tasaka conspicuous in her uniform, and the blonde girl in a raincoat. The slightly mismatched sight of those two staying together relieves whatever pressure I felt. My wives. Saber is still silent. She looks at me and seems to want to know what I decided. I wasn't stupid this time. Yay!
Let's go. We're going in the same direction until we reach town.
Tasaka starts walking, her pace brisk. Saber and I follow suit, and the three of us leave the church grounds. We walk down the hill. We hadn't talked much on the way here, but there's even less conversation on the way back. Even someone as dull as me knows why. After our visit to the church, I accepted my position as a master. That must be why Tasaka is keeping her distance. I get it. But I don't like the idea of seeing Tasaka in that light. Tasaka, how's your servant?
Oh, if you're wondering, Archer's fine. The injuries sustained from Saber won't be easy to heal, so he won't materialize for a while, though.
Does that mean he isn't by your side?
Nope, he's cooped up in my house. He'd be at a disadvantage if he was ambushed by other servants, so I'm having him prepare to fight by recuperating somewhere safe.
I see. Unlike my house, I'm sure Tasaka's house is well fortified against enemies. A mage's home is like a fortress. There's not much chance of defeating them there. Although, we could be attacked also. She might go after Rin, because she has no servant right now. Which means enemies tend not to try attacking them at home. The bounded field around our house just notifies us of intruders, but even having that makes a big difference. By the way, Tasaka, the priest mentioned he was the overseer of the Holy Grail War. Does that mean he knows who your servant is?
He shouldn't know. I never told him.
I see. You guys seem to get along, so I thought you had. No, they didn't actually. They seem like they don't get along at all. You guys seem like you were best friends, he says as she literally tells him to his face, I never want to see you again.
Emiya, I'm going to give you a little advice. Never tell anybody your servant's identity. No matter how much you trust the other person, you should keep quiet. Otherwise, you'll end up dropping out early.
Huh? What do you mean? Saber's identity.
I'm talking about which hero your servant is.
That. I also don't know that.
No matter how strong they are, revealing their strength to others will just lead to a knife in the back. Just ask Saber her true name later.
Oh. Okay, she knows that I don't know that. Okay. By the way, speaking of which, I've had some time now to think about this, about who Saber could potentially be. And I think I've come up with a pretty good guess, I think, at who she might be. Something I was sort of, for a while, kind of like at a loss. Because I was like, I don't really know too many female knights. And then it sort of hit me. To be honest, I don't think there are that many super well known female knights. Like in history and stuff. But these games, right, the Fate in general, has been known to gender swap a fuck ton of characters. So I went like that, and I went, oh, right, gender swapping. We love doing that with Fate, right? So then that opens the door a bit. Okay, well, who are the most famous knights in all of, I would say, fiction and nonfiction, honestly? It's the fucking Knights of the Round Table. Like, I think that, to me, I feel like this is going to be an individual from the Knights of the Round Table. And honestly, if I had to guess who it is, I think it's probably going to be Lancelot. because I think Lancelot is like the most like renowned knight of the Knights of the Round Table, at least in my opinion. I guess it could be Galahad. I'd say it's like the next guess, but I think it's Lancelot. So my guess for Saber's identity here is I think she is a gender swapped Lancelot. What do you think, huh? Decent guess, right? I feel like fairly like confident about that, where I'm like, I think this makes sense. Granted, there could be some other knights that I'm not thinking of offhand, but yeah, Lancelot. I think Lancelot is like one of, if not the most like famous knight ever. So a gender swap version of him just makes sense to me. What do you think, guys? Did I get it? I mean, don't actually answer that, but was it a good guess? Are you proud of me? Of my ability, of my amazing deductive abilities? Everyone in the comments is like, Nico, there's like a billion other knights this could be. You stupid shithead. And I'll be like, oh, probably. Sorry, I think the problem is that I am very FF7 coded. So that's just where my brain immediately went. Anyway.
You'll understand when you learn about her. Actually, it might be better if she doesn't tell you because you're, you know.
Yeah, I have a feeling, to be honest, I don't think she's gonna tell me. Because Shirou's a big stupid bitch, and I think Saber knows that. So I have a feeling that we're probably not gonna know for a while. That seems to generally be the gimmick in a lot of these, right? It was the same thing in Face Samurai Remnant. We didn't figure out it was Yamato Takaru until way later. Because they want to make it a surprise. It's gotta be like a big moment. Why not?
You can't keep secrets. You might have the best chance of keeping the secret if you just don't know.
Who do you think I am? I can at least follow a strategy like that.
Are you sure? Does that mean there's something you're hiding from me?
Something I'm hiding from you? Well, I feel a hot blush in my cheeks as she looks at me. Oh my God. Shirou, you're such a... Jesus Christ, dude. You just like melt in the hands of these girls, don't you? I shouldn't feel guilty, but I wonder if secretly idolizing her even counts in this context.
See, I don't know what it is, but your face tells me you're hiding something, and that's why you're not fit for this. There's plenty of other good things about you, so stop thinking about silly tactics like these.
Uh-huh. Then what about you? If you're mum about your servant even to that priest, does that mean that you don't trust him?
Kirei? Of course not. I'm not naive enough to trust him. He's a big hypocrite who switched sides from the church to the Mages Association. He still has a seat at the church. He'd spill it to the other masters the second he felt like it.
It's interesting because I'm like, there's more to this here, right? He's a hypocrite, right? Like how, it's like she's mad at him for switching sides, but it's weird at the same time because technically, right, she is a mage who should be on the side of the Mages Association in general and generally against anyone of the church of the cloth, right? Since they are natural enemies. So why would that bother her? Would that just be like, oh, okay, that's good. You turned away from the church. You turned away from our natural enemies. That's a good thing, right? For some reason, that like almost that like abandonment of like maybe his original like ideals pisses her off for some reason. Or there's like something a bit more beyond that. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm immediately seeing what her frustration's from. Tasaka huffs, obviously annoyed. I guess Tasaka really doesn't trust that priest. Maybe it's just because of that, like, because he is so fickle, seemingly, that's so you can't trust somebody who's like that. I'm a little relieved, but at the same time, her tone of voice also conveys a sort of closeness with the priest. We cross the bridge. There's nothing else to talk about. Our frosty white breath hangs in the winter air. The faint sound of flowing water bubbles up from beneath the bridge where we walk in the streetlight's illumination. All of those small details etch themselves onto my memory. Oddly, I don't think to look at Tasaka's face. It feels like more of a rarity to be walking beside her like this than it does to see her face. Me, Tasaka, and the girl called Saber, about whom I know nothing. The three of us, without doing anything in particular, walk back to our homes. We reach the intersection. This is where I died that other time. Is where we will have to separate as our homes are in opposite directions. So, all right, so we're gonna run to her this time.
We could split up here. I've done my duty, and things would get complicated if we stuck together any longer. We should part ways amicably, and tomorrow we'll become enemies.
I think she's trying to bring closure to our ambiguous relationship. Chisaka starts talking, but suddenly cuts off. Then I realize something. She didn't explain the rules to me out of obligation. She was only trying to help me, as I knew absolutely nothing to make things fair for me. And that's why, the moment things have been explained, everything goes back to normal. All that's left is for us to fight each other as masters. I mean, to be fair, Shirou, yes, she explained it to help you, to make things fair for you, but like, yeah, she absolutely did not have to in any way. She, not have an obligation. She could have fucking smoked your dumb ass, all right? But she did also save your life. And I can't tell whether Rin actually cares about Shirou, if it really is just for Sakura's sake. It's a little hard to tell. Even when I was in her perspective, I couldn't really understand what... It just seemed like she was doing it specifically for Sakura. But there might be a bit more to it than that. Maybe she does dig him as well, because she's doing a lot more to help him. But I also can also see her helping him in this moment here, right? Because she went to all the trouble to fucking save his life. She literally gave up like her trump card to save him. It would feel like such a waste if he just fucking died so easily. So I can also understand it from that perspective, you know? But we'll see. All that's left is for us to fight each other as masters. But that would make her last words to me strange. Chisaka must have meant it would be hard to fight if she feels empathy for me. For Chisaka, everything that happened tonight was unnecessary.
Things would get complicated if we stuck together any longer.
If that's how she feels, she shouldn't have gotten involved with me to begin with. She's smart enough to know that, but she's helped me, even knowing it wouldn't benefit her in any way. That's how I know she had no ulterior motive for doing what she did tonight. She did purely out of the kindness of her heart. Chisaka is totally different now than she usually is at school. She's harsh and unfriendly at school, and that's putting it mildly. But seeing her right now, I want to ask why the hell she acts the way she does at school. Honestly, the difference is on the level of fraud. but either way, Rin Chisaka is also exactly what everyone thinks she is. You know, you're a good person, Chisaka.
Huh? Where did that come from? Flattery will make me go easy on you.
I know that. She had to tell me it would be a pain to be empathetic because she isn't going to go easy on me. I know, but I would rather not be enemies with you because I like people like you.
What?
Chisaka's house is in the residential district with all the western houses, in the opposite direction of my house. She took care of me up until now, so I'd like to walk her home.
Anyway, don't forget to run to that church the moment your servant is killed. You'll at least live if you do that.
I'm not sure about that, but I'll take your advice. Anyway, I don't think that will happen, since I'm likely to die before Saber. I've calmly assessed the situation. Chisaka's reaction is once again puzzling. After that weary sigh, she glances at Saber.
Fine. I won't warn you anymore. At this point, it really just be an act of empathy. Just be careful. Saber may be strong, but it's all over if you, the master, wind up dead.
She turns around and starts walking. And yet, she stops dead in her tracks as if she's seen a ghost. Chisaka? The moment I call out to her, a stinging pain shoots through my left hand. Oh, fuck, no, she's coming! She's coming! She's still here.
Are you two done chatting?
A young voice echoes in the night. The sing-song tone comes unmistakably from a young girl. What'd she sound like, anyway? I mean, I think we all have a good idea of how she's gonna sound, but, you know, let's just hear it. For the sake of it. We get the voice actors, too. Haruka, is that you? This is mean Haruka, though. Mean, nasty Haruka. She steps on people. Until they explode. My eyes are drawn to the top of the hill. Hadn't noticed the clouds parting. Now the brilliant moon illuminates the sky. And there, Whoa. Whoa. Damn, boy. This flashed on the screen so briefly before, and I really get a good look. God damn. This dude is like 3 times her size. I think I remember from the FMV at the start, she was like riding on his back. A shadow looms. It's a strange shape that seems out of place in the darkened town.
Berserker.
I'm not familiar with the word Tasaka whispers. I don't even need to ask. It's definitely a servant. It gives off an overwhelming aura of death that surpasses even the fire from 10 years ago. He's buff as shit. Whoa.
Good evening, Oni-san.
I mean, it's saying brother, right? It's just, let me listen. That's what this is, right? It's so weird for them to translate it actually directly as brother. It's so, they don't usually do that. Part of me is almost like, I think I was gonna say Oni-san, 'cause for some reason that feels like, saying brother feels weird in English. Oni-chan. So she's not even saying Oni-san, she's saying Oni-chan. Funny. Is it actually Haruka's voice actress? God, it really sounds like her. I don't know though. It could be somebody else, but that'd be really funny. That'd be really funny because I don't think I've ever heard Haruka's voice actress play like a really evil character. Or like a really fucked character, at least.
Good evening, Oni-chan. This is the second time we've met.
The girl smiles. Her innocence sends a chill up my spine. No, the chill goes deeper than that. To my balls! It's not just my body. Even my mind freezes. That thing is a monster. I'm not even looking into its eyes, but its intimidating presence paralyzes me. Wonder who that guy is. You know, he's kind of like a giant, right? Like a giant of a man. And my first thought of a giant goes to the story of David and Goliath. And I don't think I ran across a Goliath in Space Samurai Remnant. I don't remember who that berserker guy was. To be fair, we ran into a few berserkers. But the really big guy, you know, the guy who was yelling, it was kind of like Broly. No, that was the guy whose hair, if his hair got cut, he became weak. No, I don't think we did. So, yeah, that's what my guess. I think this guy, especially with his attire, I could see him potentially being like a Goliath. My instincts tell me I'm dead the instant I move. Feels like someone is pressing a knife against my exposed stomach. Holy shit. Crap. He's definitely in a different league. While all I managed to do is stand there paralyzed, Tasaka is composed enough to brace herself. Even that seems futile. I can only see her back, but I still sense her despair.
Huh? Oh, your servant's resting. That's no fun. I thought I would get rid of 2 at once.
The young girl seems displeased as she stands at the top of the hill looking down on us. This is even worse. She's got the high ground. The girl knows that Tasaka's servant is not here. And then, the girl bows gracefully, which seems wildly out of place given the current mood.
Very nice to meet you, Ren. My name is Ilya.
I already knew that, because I was spoiled. Okay, I'm fucking around, I'm sorry. Ilya, huh?
Perhaps you might recognize the name. Ilya...
What the fuck?
Ilyasfil von Eisenburn. Better.
Oh, is that Russian or is that German? I think it actually might be German, not Russian. It's actually kind of Russian with that outfit, but maybe it's meant to be a German outfit. Ilyasfil von Eisenburn. Let's believe that's how you say it.
Eisenburn.
Tasaka trembles lightly, seeming to recognize the name. She's pretty clearly a foreigner though, right? The girl smiles, seemingly delighted by Tasaka's reaction.
Then here we go! Kill the berserker!
In a sing-song voice, the girl orders the monstrosity behind her. Holy fuck! The giant jumps. In a single leap, this berserker sails all the way from the top of the hill to the bottom where we stand. Man, fuck that. I'd be like, damn, screw this, I'm out of here.
Shirou, get back.
Saber surges forward. Her raincoat flutters off her shoulders. Oh shit, the music. Blocking my view for a moment. Ah! Saber runs towards where Berserker is about to land. Berserker lands, kicking up a small torrent of air in his wake. Rad. He hits the ground, the air goes. The two meet almost simultaneously. The very air shakes. Saber stops Berserker's rock-like sword with her invisible sword. Saber's mouth twists as she strains. And then, Berserker's giant sword moves in a flash, creating a whirlwind.
Thunder!
The clash of swords, almost tearing the air, ends in Saber's defeat. I hear something skidding. Saber blocks Berserker's giant sword with her own, but the impact pushes her backwards. Saber buckles. The copper-skinned servant follows her. The monster swings its giant sword again and again, as if knowing how to do nothing else. Saber continues to block with her sword, unable to dodge the strikes. Saber's sword being invisible doesn't matter. She needs to put all her strength into blocking his attacks, or she's dead for sure. Saber's left with no choice but to remain on the defensive. The only chance Saber has of winning is to find an opportunity to strike between Berserker's attacks. And yet, that's only if Berserker leaves her an opening. His massive black rock sword moves like a raging storm. He is enormous. Despite his size and unwieldy weapon, Berserker is faster than Saber. His unrelenting attacks just smash whatever is in his way. That's all. Ah! Oh, my power! But it's enough to be effective. I think he knocked out a power line there. As long as he retains his overwhelming speed and power, he doesn't really need technique. Humans devise technique to compensate for their own weakness. That giant, that monster, he has no weakness. Run! It's the only thing I can manage to say. My body's completely frozen. That thing cannot be beaten. Saber is going to die. That's why she needs to run. It'd be easy if it was just her that needed to flee. This might honestly be a good time for her to do like a command spell to make her like push her beyond her limits or something, right? Of course she knows that perfectly well. Damn, the sound effects are doing a lot. Oh, that's not good. My body may be paralyzed, but my mind is still working. The raging storm of death simply won't let up. Saber retreats, unable to block it all. And then the final unblockable blow comes. Saber hangs in the air. Twisting her body impossibly, Saber manages to defend against Berserker's titanic swing. It's all she can do to defend herself from the fatal blow. But because she can't completely brace against the giant's tremendous swing, his attack sends her flying. After sailing in a wide arc, she falls to the ground. Just before her back hits the ground, Saber turns in midair and lands on her feet. Ow, ow. Ow. She manages to compose herself, but crimson blood stains her chest. I'm such an idiot. I've completely forgotten something crucial. I don't know how many times servants can fight in a day, but this is Saber's third battle. On top of that, Saber still hasn't healed from the wound Lancer inflicted on her chest earlier. Saber shifts her guard to protect her chest. Berserker moves in like a violent wind, striking at Saber while she's hampered by her wound. His blows rain down on her back. Oh shit! Red time!
Via Steel Ishin song!
I don't know what kind of magecraft Tasaka used, but something burst against Berserker's body. I think this is going to end up being pretty effective, right? I think the thing about Berserker is that he's big, beefy, strong. Probably can deal good with physical attacks, but magic will hurt him. From the amount of magical energy I can feel, the impact must have been equivalent to a large caliber pistol. Even that is meaningless. I'll shut the fuck up! It barely even scratches him. He doesn't nullify magical energy like what Saber does. The attack just doesn't affect him. He just flexes it off. He's built different.
What? This guy is ridiculously durable.
Despite that, Tasaka continues to cast her spell. Berserker just ignores Tasaka's spells and charges Saber. Saber painfully lifts her head. She renders her sword, intent on continuing the fight. The sight of her in so much pain gets me moving again. No! Run, Saber! I yell with all my might. She hears me. But she braces herself to confront an enemy she can't possibly compete with. Blah, 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 blah. Berserker's attacks are relentless. Saber weakens with every block. The end slowly creeps up on her. Ah! Where in that small frame of hers does such power come from? Saber doesn't retreat. She endures the Great Sword's furious attacks and tries to push Berserker back with sheer vigor. She has no chance of winning. Even though she knows their demise is inevitable, she holds her ground adamantly. Maybe it sensed something from her. Oh, it's... Wait a minute. Didn't the other Berserker have this same gimmick too? Where he would like scream shit or something, but it was like censored? Because we like couldn't understand him? He's like, ah, he's speaking to us through yells and grunts. The monster's silent until now suddenly roars. Oh, explosions! Holy shit! Whoa! His attacks are impossible to block. His attacks rain down on her, though her defense is flawless, but one strike sends her flying. Slam! It's the sound of something falling in the distance. Ah, oh, fresh blood stains her armor. Her small frame shouldn't be able to rise, and yet... he's like, I won't fucking fall. Damn. Ow, fuck. Ow. Ow, I can see her guts hanging out there. Ugh. Her invisible weapon is holding her up at least.
No.
She stands up without thinking. Her axes say she needs to keep going or else I'll be killed. Cool. Her actions. I realized I made a foolish decision. Berserker stops after defeating Saber. It doesn't so much as look at Tasaka or me, it just waits for its master's orders.
You can't win! My Berserker is the greatest hero of Greece!
Of Greece? Okay, I don't think that's right then. Is he like Hector or something? Is it Hector or is it, Achilles? No, it wouldn't be Achilles. I think Achilles is Rome and then Greece. I gotta remember how I gotta remember how the fucking, the Iliad story, how it's Rome and Greece, right? I think Hector's of Greece and then, Achilles is of Rome? Kind of surprised you would even say that though. Kind of a big giveaway, potentially. What? The greatest hero of Greece? Don't tell me he's...
That's right. The team before you is...
Oh, Heracles. Oh, wow. You're just telling me? Really? Let me look up Heracles. I don't really know his story as well as like other things. He's the greatest hero in Greek mythology. He was a demigod known for his strength, courage, and temper. He is the son of Zeus and an immortal woman named Alcmene. His real name is Roman name is Hercules. It's not Hercules though, I think, right? Well, no, is it? He was in Hades too. Actually, no, it is. It's the same guy. Hercules and Heracles are the same. That always sort of confused me. So shame it wasn't Achilles, and I immediately know how to kill him. Aim for the heel. I'm not exactly sure what the weakness to Hercules was, or Heracles.
He's the most atrocious monster ever. He's on a different level than any of the heroes you two could summon and handle.
The girl calling herself Ilya narrows her eyes in joy. Her eyes express elation from the anticipation of finishing off her enemies. There's no need to ask who she's expected to kill. Saber. Then what will I do? Am I going to fight that monster instead? I can't do that. Just getting near that thing without being prepared would be enough to stop my heart. I'm going to... Oh! Choice again. Okay, I'm gonna pick this one because I think this is the wrong one. Going to get away from this place. Saber can't win against that monster. If I let her keep fighting, she's dead. Then, Tasaka, this way.
Gah!
I take Tasaka's hand and run. If that girl is really after us, she'll definitely give chase. That means that Saber might live. We might have a chance to survive if we can get somewhere there are people.
Wait, we can't just turn our backs on him.
What? She shakes me off. And then there's a flash. Tasaka moves in to protect my defenseless back. Oh! She takes the blow that had been meant for me. She turns her face towards me and I see her pained expression. Red stains her lips. She looks down almost curiously at the sword impaling her chest.
Huh? What the hell was I thinking?
Is that a question about her trying to protect me? Or just taking Berserker's attack? Tasaka tilts her head, admitting that it had all been useless from the start.
Church, go to Kire.
Almost the instant she's spoken those words, Berserker hurls her body to the ground. My body reacts where I can think. The dark giant looms before me. As the monster throws Tasaka's body to the ground, I seize the opportunity to run away. I flee desperately like an animal jumping through a ring of fire.
Ooh, he's running away. Oni-chan is so cute. I think he can run away from Berserker.
I run. Tasaka's words echo in my head. The church. Need to run up the hill and reach the church. I'll go to the church and ask Kotomine for help. Need to do that, or else Tasaka will die. And Saber will die. Won't be able to help either of them. And I'll die too. I feel a blow to my back. But it's not a sword. The giant's dozer blade hands strike my back, sending me flying.
You knucklehead! I told you not to kill him quickly. Can you not even do something as simple as that? You useless brute! If you disobey my orders again, I'll keep killing you until you're only left with your very last life. Huh? He's alive? You threw him all that way and he's still alive? So, you're alive, Oni-chan? You may not be able to use any magecraft, but I guess there was a reason you were chosen as a master. Fine, if you're not going to put up a fight like this, then there was no point in me coming to Japan.
Yeah, she is a foreigner. Clearly. I can't move. Calling the state I'm in alive would be sort of an overstatement. Goner would be closer to the mark.
Nope, I'm not going to let you die that easily. I need to hurt you more, teach you how wonderful your life was up until this point.
Silver-haired girl holds my head down. Cold, pale fingertips freeze my skull. I know somehow that I can't possibly go back to who I was before.
I'm going to turn you into an ugly doll that won't be able to die. Going to take Kiritsuga's place from now on.
Wait, what? Most of the last bit of sense I have to hope Saber and Tasaka are safe. Even though they're not, they're fucking dead too. Blech. Yep, that's about what I thought would happen. All right, time for some dumb shit again, all right? Yes, see, I would seek the advice of the Tiger Dojo. Oh god, here we go.
Hello, I'm Tiger Fujimura, the instructor for Tiger Dojo. So the game swoops your sorry dead ass back up and gets you back on your feet. Segment of everyone's dreams.
Oh god, she's back again. She's still naked.
I am Ilya, and there's really no need for me to be here. What I'm doing is a favor for Tiger.
Ja!
Disciple number 1. Your name here at this dojo is disciple number 1. Ouch, can't believe you blew me away. That fantastic tiger bamboo sword is something to be reckoned with.
Tiger bamboo sword has been added to the weapons dictionary. What? I have a weapons dictionary? What? Where did this come from? What? I thought it was a joke for a second. Oh my god, it is here. The tiger sword is Fuji's favorite. She's been using it to seize the day for the last 5 years. She put a tiger keychain on it, causing it to be disqualified from several official matches due to the breach of etiquette. Apparently, the Kendo Club members were both disappointed and relieved that she failed to achieve national fame just because of her gaudy sword. To this day, Fujimura family keeps this baneful blade under lock and key, and for it shall not rest until it sees blood spilled. Wow.
Oh, did you hear a weird sound? I didn't hear anything. Anyway, Tiger, what's today's theme? We're going to talk about bad ends today. Let me get right to the point. Always keep in mind that in fate, letting your entire town leads only to defeat. There is no mercy in this game from anyone, so common sense says you say before you make a choice. After all, Shirou's life is an intersection full of red lights. Yeah, Oni-chan is so dense. I knew it. I need to protect him. Jasuto! Ouch! Mentor, the bamboo sword really hurts. Please use something gentler. Tonight, the kiddo who kills it out of love needs to run 3 laps around the dojo. Now let's get going. What? I ain't doing things that wear me out. Don't you want a tiger stamp? Fine, I'm going. Anyway, the cause of death this time was that you stupidly believed you could run away from that sister kiddo. When you meet her, you either defeat her or get defeated. Being half-assed about it will get you killed, so be careful. Tiger, there's a cat in the corner of the dojo. Step on its tail to drive it away. And don't call me Tiger. Okay, I drove the weird-looking cat away. Very good. That concludes our lesson for today. Story's just begun. Once you get through this exciting part, your battles as a master will begin. Or not begin. Maybe?
What do you mean they've already begun?
Which is it? Maybe the training segment continues. Just a little bit more.
It's just so goofy. All right, yes. I'll help Saber. No, I must run. Again. I refuse to abandon someone when they're down. That's how I've always lived my life. And most importantly, I can't leave the girl who fought so hard to protect me.
Okay, Berserker. She's going to regenerate, so take her out now.
Berserker rumbles back into movement. Why you? I run forward as fast as I can. I can't possibly do anything against that monster. But the least I can do is to get Saber out of the way and save her from Berserker's attack. Ah! No, wrong! Ah! This is also a bad end. I fall. Why? I was going to shove Saber away from Berserker. Then I figure out what to do afterward. So, why? God! Why? Why am I on the ground, unable to breathe? I hear surprised voices. First is Saber, who's in front of me now. Then there's Tasaka standing at a distance, looking aghast. And then for some reason, the girl calling herself Ilya stares down at me dumbfounded. There's a gaping, ragged hole in the middle of my body. Oh! Oh, no! No, this is a bad end too. Get fucked. This doesn't seem to be going much better. I'm on the ground. On the asphalt. There's only a little blood considering how big the wound is. I see some withered, branch-looking things and some shattered stuff. And, man, that looks painful. All those parts scattered around. I get it. How dumb am I? So I didn't make it. I could never have pushed Saber away, so I was just her shield. And then that ungodly huge machete thing took a good chunk out of my stomach. Damn! Sure got a rough day. Oh man, this almost seems even worse than the other ending. Can't believe I failed at a time like this. I tried my best to be a hero of justice, but I screwed it all up when it really mattered.
Why?
The silver-haired girl's face is blank as she speaks. After standing there dumbfounded, she just says,
I've had enough. This is boring.
She calls Berserker back without finishing Saber off.
Ren, I'll kill you the next time we meet.
Wait, what? The girl leaves. What? After she disappears, I completely black out. I lose consciousness. I'm really dead this time. Like, for real, for real. I somehow survived when Lancer killed me last time, but my luck's definitely run out. There's no magecraft that can save a person who just lost half his body.
What were you thinking? Don't you know I can't save you anymore?
I hear a voice reprimanding me. It must be Tasaka. She sounds like she's really mad, and I feel bad. It's all right, though. I don't have to care that much anymore, because I'm fucking dead. But I had no choice. I'm not good at everything like her. All I have to work with is my body. That's why. The only thing I could do was risk it all using my own body. Huh. I wonder why she would just leave. She literally could have just won there. Like, isn't that the whole point? Why don't you just finish me off? Or kill Rid there? Huh? Are you just this crazy girl? What are you doing? You telling me you actually have standards or something? What? For a second I thought it was supposed to be like, bad end again. You want to go back to the fucking Tiger? No! Stop sending me to the Tiger Dojo! I don't want to go to the Tiger Dojo! Well, too bad, bitch. You're going back there again. Damn, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of was thinking like, I was almost, if I had done this one first, thinking this was the lead me to the bad ending, I almost would have thought this is the bad ending. These both led to some pretty bad situations. All right, we have finally made it, guys. We finally made it to February 3rd. Fate for partner. Oh, that's the name of the chapter. It's a little confusing there. I realized before it said like 3 something other, right? So it's saying it's just chapter 4 partner. Winter 5 years ago. It was a beautiful moonlit night. I was just enjoying the sight with my father, Shirou Emiya. It was winter, but it wasn't very cold. On the veranda, it was just a little chilly, the perfect weather to watch the moon. Shirou didn't go outside much anymore. He rarely went out, and he spent most of his time lounging around the house. Every time I recall this, I still feel regret. Why didn't I realize that he was acting the way any creature does when they know their time is almost up? When I was a boy, I wanted to be a champion of justice. He blurted it out just out of nowhere. My father, who had already seemed like a champion of justice in my eyes, said that as if he were reflecting on a memory.
What, you wanted to? So you gave up on it?
I asked, unable to completely hide my disappointment. Shirou smiled apologetically and looked up at the distant moon. Unfortunately, yes. You can only be a hero for so long. It gets harder to call yourself one as you grow up. I wish I'd found that out earlier. That made sense to me. I wasn't sure why, but if Shirou said it, then it had to be true.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
Yes, it really is too bad. Shirou nodded in agreement. So I just kind of blurted something out, as if it were a natural thing to say.
Okay, if you can't do it, then I'll do it for you. You can't do anything because you're an adult, but I can. You can leave your dream to me.
Interesting, so he wanted this as well? Shirou, it seemed like Shirou, I thought the idea was that Shirou was like trying to steer Shirou away from it, but I guess not. No, I guess he was actually, I mean, he's out here telling him this, right? It's like, to an impressionable child, well, I failed at this.
I guess I'll do it now.
Because I'll make it a reality. The bold promise made my father smile. His face said everything I need to know. Shirou made a long, contented sigh and whispered, "Ah, that's a relief." There he closed his eyes, and so too his life came to a close. Wait, really, dude? Really? It's funny because they talked about it before, right? Before his death. This is his final moment, the final words. He talked before about even Shirou wanting to be a hero of justice, right? And telling him that, hey, if you do that, then you need a certain level of ego. And then at the end he says, oh, I never was able to do it. Huh. Well, I guess I misinterpreted how he was trying to handle that with Shirou. Never mind. I guess old man's just like, yeah, sure, kid. Go ahead and be Batman. He looked so peaceful, like he was just going to wake up in the morning, so I didn't think much about it. Maybe it was because by then I was used to seeing death. On a winter night, the man I called my father looked up at the moon and entered a long sleep. The yard was dead silent, not so much as a single chirp from an insect. I still remember how fiercely my eyes blazed on that bright, clear night. I didn't cry aloud, nor did I feel sad, but tears flowed down my cheek until the moon sank past the horizon. This happened in the winter 5 years ago. I probably cried 10 years worth of tears in that time, so after that, there was nothing left. Fujine's dad took care of the funeral arrangements, and that's how I ended up living in the Emiya mansion all alone. Kiritsugu's passing didn't change anything for me. I was set on becoming a man who champions justice and does what's right, just like my father, so I didn't have time to sit around. That's right. I never talk about this, but I still remember it. 10 years ago, a man saved me from a fire. He picked up a burned, dying child and carried him out of the hell, weeping with joy. I've admired him ever since. Nobody saved me. I couldn't save anyone. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I honestly think? I feel like I bet Kiritsugu was the one responsible for the fire in the first place. Like, he participated in the Holy Grail War, and he was the one who caused the fire to begin with. Because we don't really know exactly how it happened. It just was like, yes, the Holy Grail War happened, and then as a result of it, there was this giant fire. In the ruins of the fire, there was only a boy who was saved and the man who saved him. That's why I aspire to be like him. I want to become a hero of justice that saves people and doesn't let anyone die. That's who he wanted to be, and he passed his wish on to me before quietly letting the curtain fall. It's only natural for a child to follow in their father's footsteps. Shirou Emiya must become a hero of justice and save someone the same way that he was once saved. I swore to myself I would do it. I vowed to fulfill the dream of the man I most admired. But honestly, I didn't know how. What did Kiritsugu mean by doing the right thing and championing justice? How can I grow up faster? Is there some magical way to make Kiritsugu's dream of making everyone happy come true? Seriously, what am I supposed to do when I become a master and I can't get the blonde girl with me out of my head? Can't stop my raging hard-on for all these hot girls. I wake up in my room. Something tastes terrible. The steely tang of blood clouds my mouth. Might also be the fact that I'm missing a huge chunk of my body. It pulled in my mouth while I slept, and every time I breathed, heavy metallic air filled my lungs. Not sure why I feel this way. A violent urge to vomit makes me want to go wash my face in the restroom. Okay. I lift myself out of bed. Blah. Dizziness sets my head spinning. Feeling uneasy on my feet, I plant my hand on the wall. I try to move, but it only makes the nausea worse. No, it's more pain than nausea. My body feels sluggish. My insides seem to churn whenever I move. I imagine this is about what it'd feel like if someone forced hot lead down my throat. Imagining that it's making me feel like I'm going to run a fever. I wipe the sweat from my forehead and hobble out of my room, leaning against the wall. Okay, I feel a little better. I wash my face and dry off my sweat-drenched body. Huh? For some reason, my abdomen is wrapped in bandages. I have no idea why, but I'll deal with it later. Okay, that's another... Whatever. Just another day. I'm hungry. Do I leave any extra food in the fridge? My stomach still feels like it's churning, but my body needs nourishment. Did I say I had like a massive hole in my stomach? Or you told me just bandage that shit? That's fine. Just rub some dirt on it. You'll be good. I suck up the discomfort and keep walking, braced against the wall. The dizziness won't go away, and worst of all, my whole body feels dull. Ow! 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 I keep moving forward, make pathetic noises along the way. What the hell did I do before I went to bed last night? I don't know, man. Just fucking Heracles, another Tuesday. I don't remember training strenuously enough to make my entire body ache. I reached the living room. Sakura and Fujine must be at school. There's no signs of breakfast, nor do I see any remnants of Fujine wrecking the place. The living room is quiet, like a typical Sunday. Suddenly,
Morning. Sorry I came in without asking, Emiya.
or not. Rin Chisaka is sitting on the floor by the table in the living room. She's so calm, like she owns the place. So much so that I feel like the guest here. I have no idea what to say, so I plop down on a cushion. And then I take a deep breath. Chisaka, why are you...
Stop. Should you apologize to me first? I can't move on from last night until you say sorry for what you did, you dumb bitch.
I can't even finish asking why she's in my house. Chisaka's glare is all I need to know how angry she is. She seems upset about something that happened last night. But what exactly? Wait, it's coming back to me. Right, about... Did I get my insides? Did I get you covered in all my insides? My bad. I remember now. Right, this isn't the time for me to be leisurely breathing in the morning air. I tried to help Saber in. Berserker gutted me like a fish. The nausea returns. A chill grips my entire body as I remember the feeling of having a gaping hole in my body. Wait, that's weird. I should have died instantly. That's weird. Why am I still here?
Do you remember now? You did something damn stupid last night. Hope you regret it.
Chisaka huffs critically. That kind of ticks me off. My brain, frozen since seeing Chisaka in my living room, finally grinds into action. What are you talking about? I had no choice. Well, sure, might seem like an idiotic move if you just look at the results. And I definitely meant for it to go better than it did. So I wouldn't say it was a mistake. I return her glare, insisting that I'm not an idiot.
Ugh.
What? Why is she making such a show of sighing at me?
If the master dies, the servant disappears too, remember? Can you believe you actually tried to shield your own servant? Listen, if you die, then Saber is gone too. If you want to save Saber, you should have thought of another way to do it from a safe distance. Honestly, do you realize how pointless it is to risk your own life for your servants?
I wasn't shielding her. I was just trying to get her out of there. I didn't think that would happen to me. I knew I might die if I got near a monster like that, but that's beside the point.
Fine, then you had the wrong idea.
Chisaka only looks more irritated, like she knows exactly what I'm thinking.
I'll be straight with you, Emiya. I didn't take you to the church so you could win. I was just trying to give you a chance to survive because you literally don't know anything. Sounds like you still don't get it.
Chance to survive?
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't take risks or really do much if you knew defeat meant death. But it looks like you're the kind of person who'd walk out at night even in a situation like this. I thought that if I scared you straight, you wouldn't throw your own life away for someone else. And if you're lucky, you'd make it until the end.
I see. That didn't cross my mind. But why are you upset? What does me dying have to do with you?
It has everything to do with me because you made me worry all night long.
Chisaka is practically throwing a tantrum. But, okay. It actually feels good to have someone worry about me. From her tone, it sounds like Chisaka was the one who took care of me. Is that so? Guess I owe you one, Chisaka. Thanks. I bow my head in appreciation and apology.
Huh! As long as you understand. If you learned your lesson, then use your head next time.
Chisaka quickly turns away. She might still be edgy, but I feel like she's in a better mood.
Then we're done with what happened last night. Let's get down to it then. Do you want to talk business or talk about yesterday?
Huh? Chisaka prompts me matter-of-factly. Her straightforwardness takes me off guard, but now that I think about it, she must be here only because she has something to discuss. If she hadn't had something to discuss, she'd have gone home already. Chisaka's my enemy, so what could she have to talk about that would prompt her to stay in enemy territory? I'm curious to know what she's thinking, and I also want to know what else happened last night. Have to ask anyway, so... Let's talk about yesterday. Let's start with the serious stuff. I have a bad feeling. I don't want to hear either of them, really? Is this actually like a real choice? Oh, it is a choice. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Looks like there's actually another option here that didn't show up. Right down here. After I get fucking shish kebabbed? Sorry about yesterday. I really want to know how the hell I'm alive. So no point talking until I understand my own situation. I need to understand where I am before I try to get where I'm going. That's the basics for a journey. Let's start with what happened last night.
Yeah, you should know what's going on first. Hey, looks like you're finally thinking straight.
With a smug grin, Tasaka launches to a brief explanation of last night's events. Apparently, Berserker left right after I lost consciousness. Afterwards, my body started to heal on its own and was back to normal after a few minutes. What? I was still unconscious, so Tasaka brought me here and the rest it was as I remember it.
What's important here is that you managed to survive on your own. I might have helped a bit, but it was your power that healed your wound. So don't get that twisted, okay?
That's what it sounds like from the way you told it. So you aren't the one who healed me?
No way. I can't revive someone on the verge of death. What was I supposed to do about your intestines scattered on the pavement?
Well, technically you kind of did before. Although technically, no, actually, I think I was dead. I don't really have an answer to that. My stomach's back to normal, yes, but I'm honestly still dubious about what Tasaka said. I can't even use any healing magecraft, much less raise the dead.
Which means it must be your servant. Either your servant is pretty powerful, or something happened when you summoned them. I think it's both, actually. But you must be connected by some line.
What? Really? Oh. So this is actually explaining how in that other ending where I got fucking whacked, right? And it was like I was beaten, and for some reason I was she's like I seem like my head is severed from my body and I'm still alive. She's like, I'm gonna pick you up and take you home and play with you, loo. Right? And then in that last ending where I also seemingly died, right? I got knocked really hard and she assumed that I was dead, but I actually wasn't. So it seems like whatever's happened to Shirou is made him he's got the ability to heal himself really quickly. I think it also explains I was a little confused after his fight with Lancer, where I was like, bitch, you got fucked up in that fight. How are you still walking around like nothing happened? So she also has seemingly the ability to heal herself. Is this some weird Xenoblade 2 shit? With Rex and Pyra? Would they share a similar constitution or something? Granted, it doesn't seem like the damage that's being done to her is being done to him as well, right? But it seems like maybe they have some kind of healing capabilities or something, regenerative capabilities. Line? You mean some sort of fated line that connects a familiar to and its mage?
Oh, so you do have some knowledge of familiars. Then this should be easy. It means your relationship with Saber is not just an ordinary master-familiar relationship. Saber can evidently regenerate too, so her power might be flowing into you. Normally, the mage's abilities are shared with the familiar, but in your case, the familiar's abilities are helping the master.
Whoa. Well, that's fucking handy. Unless I get a bad ending, and then it really sucks, and you're just man, I wish I would just be dead. Interesting. So that's actually weird, because that means that technically, in the ending where I gave up all my command spells, I was still connected to Saber, right? Even though I wasn't her quote unquote master. I guess that line was still there, that connection. Cause she didn't, technically she said in order to fully severed, I have to kill you. I have to end your life and take your body. But she didn't do it. So that's what I'm thinking at least. Huh, so it's like a river flowing upstream?
That's a good way of putting it. Normally that wouldn't be possible, but Saber's magical energy must be powerful enough to change the flow of a river. Otherwise, there's no chance she'd be able to go up against Berserker with that tiny frame of hers.
Wow. Wow. Cool. It wouldn't normally be possible. Does that mean your relationship with Archer is a normal mage familiar relationship?
That's right. He doesn't listen to a word I say, but that's our relationship. The connection between master and servant is like gas in an engine. We provide the energy for them to consume. Though I've read that a master once acquired pseudo-immortality by physically fusing with their servant.
Whoa.
They wouldn't die as long as their servant doesn't die. Are you listening, Emiya?
Huh? Yeah, I am. But Tasaka, does that mean my body will heal from injuries even if I don't do anything about them?
At the cost of your servant's magical energy. I don't know how it works, but it definitely has something to do with Saber being stuck in material form. I don't think you've learned any curses of natural regeneration.
Interesting. Okay, so it doesn't come without its costs. If he continues to take damage as well, it's going to reduce Saber's power over time. Of course not. My old man never taught me something that complicated. Damn, sure is one lucky son of a bitch. He's nearly voted death so many times now.
It's not what I mean. I'm saying I wouldn't have had to worry this much if it was true. Never mind. This doesn't concern you.
Huh? What does she mean? I wonder why Tasaka's being so roundabout.
Anyway, just don't do anything rash. You might have survived this time, but you might not live to tell the tale next time you get hurt like last night. It's probably best you just ditch the notion that any small wounds will heal on their own.
Huh, okay. I know. Saber had to help me because I went and got myself hurt. I don't have any excuses for that.
That's not the point, dummy. Let me be clear. It costs more than Saber's magical energy to heal your wounds. You're giving something up when it happens.
What?
Whether that's your life, your luck, or even your bank account, you can bet that kind of healing doesn't come cheap.
Tasaka huffs once again. And I agree, but... Tasaka, I don't think my bank account has anything to do with it.
Of course it does! Using Magecraft means you're pretty much throwing your money away. The more you use it, the more it drains your money. Otherwise, none of this would be acceptable. Especially to me.
Oh my god, she's getting big mad! Tasaka absolutely explodes with fury. Oh my god, my house is on fire. It's odd, really. The more I talk to her, the more this Tasaka feels like the real one, while the girl at school feels like an act. Mega tsundere girl! Though I guess I already noticed that yesterday.
Well, putting the topic of money aside, I want to talk about something serious. Are you ready, Emiya?
It's the main reason you're here, isn't it? Let's hear it.
Then I'll be frank. What do you plan to do next?
Tasaka asked the one question I hoped she wouldn't. Actually, that's not entirely true. It's not that I don't want her to ask so much as I haven't really thought of my answer yet. What am I going to do now? It's the question I want to ask. To be honest, I don't know. I know there's a competition for the Holy Grail, but I've never been in a battle between mages. For one thing, more than anything, I want to avoid any killing. I'm not interested in something like the Holy Grail. I don't really know if I can risk my life for something I don't want.
I knew you'd say something like that. I'll have you know that your servant will kill you for saying that sort of thing.
What? Kill me? Why?
Because the servants also seek the Holy Grail. One of the conditions for them allowing a master to summon them is getting a chance at the Holy Grail. The Grail is the servant's #1 priority. They'll obey the masters if it gets them a chance at the Grail, and sometimes they'll even die for their masters. Try saying you don't want the Grail to your servant. You can't blame her if she calls you a traitor and cuts you down where you stand.
What the hell? That doesn't sound right. Servants are the ones who are summoned by masters, right? Then...
Did you think servants would really serve humans for free? Whoever acquires the Grail gets their wish granted, whether that's a master or their guardian servant. The servants have wishes of their own. That's why they respond to summons that would otherwise be, at best, unreasonable. Masters don't summon servants to help them get the Holy Grail. Servants answer the master's call to have a chance at the Holy Grail.
The servants have wishes too. Does that mean Saber also has a wish he wants granted by the Holy Grail?
That's why servants will go out and eliminate other masters even without being ordered to. Only one person can get the Holy Grail. They won't allow it to fall into the hands of anyone other than their own master. Unlike masters, servants don't have the power to take away command spells. The only way they can neutralize other masters is by killing them.
Okay.
So even if the master has no intention of fighting, conflict is inevitable. Masters attacked by a servant need to fight them off with their own servant. Kirei told you plenty of times how that is at the heart of the Holy Grail War.
Yeah, he told me enough of that last night. But that means the servants must fight and kill each other. I thought it would have been enough as long as the masters made peace with each other and gave up the Holy Grail. But if servants answer the summons because they also seek the Holy Grail and will never give up until they have it, the battles between servants really are inevitable. But then, is the girl who fought so hard to protect me also here to fight, kill for, and maybe die? All for the Holy Grail? That's awful. I don't know exactly what a heroic spirit is, but Saber's human. I even saw her bleed yesterday.
Oh, don't worry about that. Servants are mortal, so if they die, they'll just go back to where they came from. Heroic spirits are a phenomena that can't die. Only masters can actually get killed when they lose a fight.
Well, isn't that great? No, I mean, even if their deaths are figurative, it doesn't change the fact that something which takes the form of a human dies in this world.
What, you have some hang up with killing? You got some nerve calling yourself a mage with morals like that.
Sokka's right. As a mage, death is never far. I understand that fact, and I've long since resigned myself to it. But I'm not strong enough to be the judge of when and where other people should live or die. Of course I do. I won't be party to some war where people murder each other.
Oh, really? So you're just going to sit and wait to be killed? You won't just hand the victory to some other master?
That's not my point. All I have to do is stay alive until the end, right? I don't intend to kill anyone, but I'm also not going to hold back if I need to defend myself. Someone who shows up ready to kill others can't complain about getting killed.
So you're going to play defense. You're just going to watch and see what the other masters do. Even if that thing from yesterday goes around killing everyone in town, you'll just ignore it.
The thing from yesterday. That twisted inhuman demon. It's strong enough to level a house with a single blow. If it set its mind to it, I'm sure it could destroy all of Miyama overnight. To make matters worse, servants can turn into spirit form. Humans who lack the ability to sense the supernatural can't even see them. But as soon as servants materialize, they can interact with the physical world. You can say they're the ultimate weapons. No modern technology or weaponry can affect a spiritual form. Our attacks don't work on them, but they can hurt us. It's a depressingly one-sided arrangement. From a normal person's point of view, servants may as well be natural disasters. When people die to an invisible killer, those deaths will just be treated as accidents or natural causes. What do you mean? Don't masters and servants only attack other masters? What do the people in town have to do with it?
If only the world were so peaceful. If that was the case, then we wouldn't need Kirei to play referee. I should have mentioned this sooner, but servants are spirits. Their forms are complete, static, so they do not grow. But they still need magical energy as fuel. When they are provided with more magical energy, they are able to use more of the special abilities they had while they were alive. That's not unlike us mages, actually. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, it's like repeatedly using magecraft. Magical energy is like gunpowder. The mage is the gun itself. Like how there are different guns, pistols, rifles, shotguns. Mages all have a variety of abilities. To continue the metaphor, servants are more likely like artillery cannons and firearms. They burn a huge amount of gunpowder to launch massive shells.
That's right, but servants can't draw mana from the atmosphere like us. They generally run only on the magical energy within them. It's our job as masters to supplement that energy. Their power is limited by their own energy supply, plus whatever their masters give them. That means a half-big master like you has no chance against a more capable master, right? One very obvious solution to that hurdle is to have your servant acquire magical energy from other sources. Servants are spirits, so they can eat similar stuff for sustenance.
Huh? Eating something similar? You mean other spiritual bodies? What kind of spirits would they eat?
Simple. Spirits of nature can take in power from nature itself. So what do you think servants, who are human spirits, get power from?
Oh. It really is an easy question. Just as we eat meat, human spirits like servants have to eat.
Correct. To be fair, the magical energy supply from masters chosen by the Holy Grail should be enough in most cases. But shouldn't it be obvious that they'd gain more energy by getting it from more than one person? Bluntly speaking, the inferior masters have to feed other people to their servants. Servants can convert souls and primal human emotions into magical energy. If you want your servant to get stronger, that's the most efficient way. It's not rare for masters to sacrifice humans to their servant.
Sacrifice? Are you saying there might be masters out there who go around killing people to make their servants stronger? If they're not choosy about their methods?
Maybe, but I can't see a smart master doing something like that. No matter how strong a servant is, they're still limited by energy capacity. They can't store any energy above a hard limit. So there's only so much they can benefit from mass murder.
There's only so much so much fucking positives you can get out of murdering a bunch of people, you know? Just going out there and fucking committing genocide, but you know, it's just the way the world is, man.
For one thing, the association won't just turn a blind eye to someone going around murdering people.
Really? Because it sounded like they kind of would.
But more importantly, the other masters will be able to figure out the servant's abilities and identity based on the victim's cause of death. Then they'll work out the other master's identity, too.
I mean, to be fair, that little girl literally just came over and told us her servant's name, which is, again, I find it a little weird. She's just that confident in him.
Concealing your identity in a Holy Grail War gives you a big advantage, so any normal master would be unwilling to use their servant.
I get it. If you don't let anyone know you're a master, then the other masters won't attack you. Conversely, if the other masters know who you are, you're just asking to be ambushed. It stands to reason that no one would be reckless enough to let their servant attack civilians and risk getting exposed. Well, that's a relief. As long as the master doesn't order it, servants shouldn't indiscriminately attack people.
Probably not. They're supposed to be heroes after all. I don't think there are any heroes who attack innocent people. Though I can't say that for sure. Plenty of them became heroes through sheer violence.
Dasaga just casually raises a truly terrifying point. That she sounds genuine about it, rather than sarcastic or ironic, might be a reflection of her twisted nature. They're phrasing it as heroes, but I don't know, like, is that actually truly the case? Like, can't technically a renowned, like, fucking serial killer be still turned into, like, a heroic spirit, quote unquote? I mean, right? Like, we've already seen some, we saw some pretty fucking crazy ass people at Face Samurai Remnant, and it wasn't just like, I don't think it was just simply the case of, well, they got transformed by their class, right? Their job class made them kind of crazy, like the Berserker class. I think it's like, no, I think these guys are just fucking crazy. Like, who they were initially is pretty banana pants. Like Jack the Ripper or something, you know?
We're getting off topic, so what's next for you? You claim you won't kill people, so you're just going to stand by and watch the other masters do God knows what?
Forgot another quote there. I will say, it does seem like there's some, there's quite a bit of punctuation goofs in this localization here. I'm also noticing a few things that I would call writing taboo. They have a bad habit of repeating words too many times, and like either in the same sentence or in subsequent sentences, or saying like phrases in the right way to, like, I have to get my body back to save my body or something. Like, saying like something twice in the same sentence is usually like, you try to say it a different way. It's like that's an English taboo thing, because it just ends up sounding like redundant, like you're repeating yourself. It's done that quite a bit here. That said, it's still overall, like, it's still actually well done. It's just like, there's just like these random moments where it feels like they really didn't proofread some of this. I take it back. She's not only twisted, she's a jerk who's going out of her way to drive me into a corner, all with a smile. If it comes to that, I'll go in to stop them. The master won't have much to do as long as their servant has been defeated, right?
Unbelievable. So you're not going to try to defeat any of the other masters unless they tend to do bad things. Do you even hear yourself?
Yeah, I know they're just pretty words. but I can't think of anything else. Not changing my principles, no matter what you say.
There's just one problem. Should I spell it out for you?
I can see the gears turning in her head. She's up to something. But I promise to listen, so I need to hear her out. Yeah?
Do you remember the master from yesterday? The little girl who just casually ordered her servant to kill us both.
How can I forget? She attacked us on our way home without any warning.
She is definitely going to come back and kill us. I'm sure even you've worked that out.
Oh, right. That girl's a master too. She knows that Tasaka and I are both masters, so she's bound to come after us eventually. It could be today or tomorrow, but we've already signed our death warrants. I have no chance of stopping that monster.
Her servant Berserker is on a whole nother level. As inexperienced of a master as you are, you're no match for that thing, and you've been saying you're going to protect yourself by doing nothing. You are not going to be able to defend yourself.
Look who's talking. You have no chance against that thing either.
Not in a straight-up fight. That's the ultimate close-quarters servant. There probably isn't anyone who can match it even among all the heroes of myth and legend. If Berserker attacks me, there's no escape.
That goes for me too. Pretty sure I won't survive the next round with that thing. My hand moves unconsciously to my stomach. The wound is closed. It's probably not even fair to call this a wound. It's the spot where a gigantic sword nearly killed me instantly. I can't shake off the sudden wave of nausea that wells up in me when I imagine the next time I might get a taste of that blade.
There you have it. Do you get that just sitting around doing nothing and waiting for the Holy Grail War to end isn't an option?
Yeah, I know that now. But Tasaka, I'm not sure what your point is. I'm sure you're not here just to make fun of my inevitable doom. Are you?
What kind of sadist do you take me for? After everything I said, you still can't take a hint? I'm asking you if you want to team up.
Oh. Huh? What? What now? What? If I take those words at face value, that means... You want to team up with me, Tasaka?
Yeah. My archer's still recovering from a serious wound. It's going to take some time. But in the meantime, I'm not completely out of the fight. And while your servant is superb, her master's dragging her down, making her half as effective. See? Put the two of us together and you've got a whole.
That's a good point. Where is Saber anyway? Is she like sleeping in? Hey, I'm not that bad of a mage.
I count 3 times in which you almost died. You're the first person I know who's had that happen in a single day.
But...
I'll make it worth your while. I'll let you off for getting Archer hurt and teach you what you need to know to be a master. Oh, if we have time, I can even give you some pointers on your magecraft. Deal?
It is an attractive proposition. I know next to nothing, and Tasaka does seem knowledgeable. And I'd like to avoid fighting her, if I can.
Emiya, I'm waiting for your answer.
She urges me to make a choice. Really? Sorry, but we can't team up. I must go die now. Man, really? God, there's so many bad endings in this game. How long will it take me to die after this? All right, you know what? I think we'll save that for next time, guys. Already had enough bad endings and death, all right? I'm sure this is going to lead to instant death as well. There are 40 bad ends in this game. Good lord, that's a lot, dude. Holy shit. That's way more than I realized. But this is good so far. I like this is a very natural, like, progression of her becoming a teammate here. Because she's right. There really is, like, why would I say no? Neither of them really could survive just on their own at this point. Not against that crazy girl. I still think that Lancer is probably going to be the servant of Shinji. I think Shinji set me up, like, to stay at the school and clean up in hopes that I would maybe get either nuked from the crests that were left there or caught up in, well, I don't, he wasn't really expecting another servant to be there. But I feel like maybe there was a chance that he was setting me up to get killed. Well, actually, you know what? Actually, you know what? I don't know if that's true. That may not be true, actually, because if that were the case, then he would have just ordered Lancer to kill him, right? Like, why would he? Lancer was surprised that he was there at all. So that actually might not be right. That might not be right. I wonder who else it is then. I don't know. We saw Sakura with the dude, and I think it looks a lot like Gilgamesh. I don't know. Is it all going to be like students? Are there going to be any adults, or is everyone's just going to be like, all the teenagers are the ones that are the freaking masters? These goddamn 16 to 17-year-olds or whatever can't stop murdering each other with their fucking fictional and non-fictional characters. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and a favorite and subscribe and already become a picky penguin aboard the SLP, where the days are always sunny and the vids are always funny. And as always, guys, till next time, stay classy.